He had 16 of his 19 points in the second half, buddy, and 4 huge free throws in the final minute. And first, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Tell us, you guys are more known as an offensive team that plays up tempo and you try to, get a lot of defense in the full court pressure. And tonight, you've really played a pretty good half-court defensive game, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, from the get-go, coming into this gym, I knew it was hard to play. So I knew we just had to play defense. I mean, we haven't been playing 96, and that's our main press. So we haven't been playing that very well. So to win, I knew we had to do that.
Last year, you guys lost here, or not here, but you lost to Woodbury at home. And I'm sure guys like you and Wes talked about that before this game, didn't you?
Yep. I mean, we got some alumni here, Kyle Brown. He knew the same thing about the whole thing. We had to come back and get our revenge, and that was it.
Yeah, Francis, talk a little bit. I mean, obviously, you've played a lot of basketball since you've been here. You're a 4-year player. Tonight, it's a state playoff game. I mean, you're coming up into a pretty intense facility. You had a first half that you want to forget about.
Yeah.
I mean, and talk about exactly, the mindset going into the locker room. 1 for 13, but you were tied at 18, and you hadn't played anywhere near your game. I mean, talk about how you regrouped in that locker room to come out for the second half.
I mean, they weren't giving us any calls coming into the first half and stuff. I mean, coming into the lane. I mean, so we had to shoot. So I was getting chipped up a little bit, and our coaches said, keep going to the basket, get fouled, keep getting fouled, put them in foul trouble, go to the line, make our foul shots, and that's what it came down to, foul shots and just being strong with the ball.
You got to be real satisfied here to be able to get a state playoff win as a senior. I'm sure you didn't want to, leave having played, one state playoff game and going out. Now you're going to get a chance to play one of the best teams in South Jersey in Paulsboro.
Yep, I can't wait. I mean, I played Paulsboro my freshman year and my sophomore year. I'm waiting for them. I'm just waiting for them. I'm excited.
All right, that's Francis Christian for Wildwood. We're going to take a 30-second break, and then we're going to bring head coach Scott McCracken for Wildwood on. Back after this on 106.3 WJSC, the Rock Alternative. Where's that? That's a good game, buddy.
Good job.
Where's the radio headset? So we can hear a radio.
I got it.
Right,
I'll bring it back. Huh?
You can hear it? Okay.
Yeah. I'll bring it back and throw it to you, all right?
Yes. I'm going to pass this back and forth, but that mic's not working.
What's wrong?
Who blocked the shot at the end? Did he?
And welcome back to Woodbury High School. I'm Buddy Tarbotton with Brian Kniff and our video man, Matt Ulmer, and the Wildwood Warriors with a unbelievably exciting finish and a great win in this Group 1 state playoff game. They will now advance to Paulsboro, the number 2 team in South Jersey, Thursday night, and we will be there. And right now, Brian is with head coach, Mr. Scott McCracken.
All right, Scott, congratulations on the win. And I guess the first thing I want to ask you is, in the half court, was this the best defensive effort you've had all year? It's got to be close.
I think, Brian, in the last few games, we've gotten much better in the half court. The last 2 weeks, you pretty much know how our seasons went. We played good help side defense, good off the ball, and we did a nice job tonight of boxing out. I guess, against this team, you got to sprint back and locate, and we did an excellent job at that.
Buddy kept bringing up at halftime, Francis had shot 1 for 10 from the floor, and I think he had 5 or 6 turnovers in that first half, yet you're in an 18-18 tie. You had to feel good about that. You knew he was going to play a better second half.
We just thought at the half, if Francis could make some shots, Jose Valentine or Wesley was not in foul trouble, if those kids could stay on the floor, play aggressive offensively, we could win this basketball game.
Scott, one of the things is, people are going to look at this and they're going to see that Francis scored, 16 of his 19 in the second half. Dave Flanders, Wesley Hills, both in double figures. But, you had a couple kids come in there tonight and make a couple big plays. Mark Jones gets the block shot on the last play of the game. Rich Ramagosa takes a couple offensive fouls. Anthony Madel takes a huge offensive foul when Woodbury was going in, I believe, to tie the game. And I heard you when you went down to the locker room real quick say this was a family win. I mean, you really got something out of everybody who stepped on the floor tonight, didn't you?
We absolutely did. Everybody that stepped on the floor, Matt Rucci, Richie Ramagosa, Mark Jones, everybody that stepped out on the floor did a nice job and really was in the spirit of this game. As you know, Brian, it's win or go home, and we did an excellent job, and I'm proud of obviously the kids on our basketball team, and I'm certainly proud of Wildwood High School. And
you won in a gym that a lot of people consider one of the toughest places to win in South Jersey.
I think this is a great place to play. We talked about it before the game. What an atmosphere. And we wanted to try to come away here with a win. Talked to a lot of people that didn't think we could do it. But we thought as a team, as a unit, that we could come in here and win the basketball game.
And talk a little bit about, because talking to Coach Kenny Avant from Woodbury, he talked about a little bit of that revenge factor because they came down there last year and ended your season, and you guys were going to come up here with a little bit of an attitude.
Sure.
And the physicality of the game in the beginning.
They knocked us off last year. We watched that tape. They basically had the same kids back. We really wanted to come up here and avenge that loss. And also what happened to the football team. The majority of my kids on my basketball team play football. They kind of got embarrassed here. I wanted them to step up, play big-time basketball, and I was proud of what they did. And as I said, this was a great high school game. Got to give it up to Woodbury because their coaching staff and their coaches do a great job. This could have went either way. We both know that. We're lucky enough to get the win, and I'm proud of both schools, but I'm certainly proud of my team.
One more I want to ask, Bud, and then I'll throw it to you. But, you know, the one thing I wanted to ask you, Scott, is, you know, you're going up against the #1 seed now on Thursday. Everyone's going to look at you as a big underdog. They're one of the top 5 teams in South Jersey, but I know you got to be looking forward to playing that game, aren't you?
Absolutely, Brian. We're looking forward to it. We're psyched to advance, and we want to get in there and play Poulsboro, and we're looking to get up and, you know what we do. We're going to try to run up some up-tempo and defend and get on the guard play. We're excited about playing.
We're ending on this note. I said before the game, you're coming into the barn. And what we wanted tonight, and your team delivered, as Les Kiter would say, the old Big 5 announcer, we had a barn burner tonight.
Absolutely. I love it.
Wildwood coach Scott McCracken, thanks and congratulations.
Thank you.